we have a lot of tailwind, about 30 kph. This will be a difficult beginning, so yeah.
Let's have a quick look at the weather of this competition day. As you can see, we have higher level clouds and we have blue thermals. So there are no cumulus clouds, which we glider pilots usually don't like. So the conditions were not great and also the forecast was not really good. Let's have a look at the task. It was a racing task with 363 kilometers, which is already a good length of a task for good weather conditions. But at this day it was not forecasted to be so good. And that's a simple racing task with a lot of turn points. So this here is the start line. It has a length of 10 kilometers and a limited height, and we are limited to a specific maximum speed. Turn point is a cylinder with only 500 meters radius. It's really a small turn point and we all need to get there. At this day we had lots of waypoints, which is not so easy, especially if the legs are really short, and then you have a lot of deviation when you fly to a cloud or to a thermal which is not directly onto the line. Unfortunately, I did not record the complete flight of this competition day. I'm so focused on flying that I've forgotten to record. And also the SD card is not big enough to record the complete flight in 4K resolution. So let's jump back into the footage and see what's at the second turn point here. The big problem of this task and this turn point was that there's a huge forest. So we don't like to fly low above forests because there are no outlanding possibilities. Here in this case there were some fields, but we were about 50 to perhaps 60 gliders at the same time above this forest. So the fields are really small. If we all would need to land there, it would be total chaos. We flew back to have a field which we have seen before and we knew that it should be landable, and so that's why we made this turn and did not fly to the next turn point. We flew back. Also, the southern side, there was a little bit more sun on the ground and there the possibility was higher to find thermal.
Wir kommen uns alle hinterhergeglitten.
Aber tiefer.
Ja. Also ich gleite auf diese große Richtung so.
Ja, es hat jetzt rechts einer ein Bad aufgemacht, deutlich rechts von der Autobahn.
we still had blue thermals, so we had no cumulus clouds where we can see where to find the thermals. But especially in this area here of the forest, there was also bigger karting area, as you can see over there.
Probiere ich hier mal einen Kreis.
Ja, das hier 03.
Aber ich kann es dir noch nicht sagen.
Ja, versucht den Brett 1 weiter nördlich nochmal auszuprobieren, Stefan, wo die jetzt alle hier sind. Da gehen wir alle mit, weil wir noch in die Wände müssen, rüber.
Ich will jetzt hier noch mal ein bisschen warten und die anderen machen lassen.
Ein interessantes Bild, sehr schön. Der erste Erfahrungsweg, aber jetzt zeige ich das mal wieder hier. Den Ziele weg, vielleicht. Naja, machen wir.
Ich habe aufgemacht.
Bin dabei.
Ich glaube, der kommt hier gut. Ich bin weiter im Osten.
Ja, ich komme da gerade nicht hin. Ich muss mal zu dem sein. Ach, du bist da. Ja. Ja, da müssen wir uns dann für einen Kreis entscheiden.
The conditions are too weak, we are too slow, we have about 30 kph of wind when we fly back home from the front, so it will be really difficult to get a good average speed.
Geht hier eigentlich nicht so beeindruckend hoch, ist ja ganz ein gutes Zeichen, das laut haben wir eigentlich. Dann bald mal wieder wegkommen. Weg. Gerade ist hier wieder, oder? Ja.
Here, this was my lowest point of this flight, I would say. Yeah, you can see this. The surface was about 300 to 350 meters high, and my altitude was 600 meters at the lowest point. So that's not a comfortable height, but still a safe height if you have the field inside.
Guter Hinweis, das probieren wir mal. Im Rückraum aufpassen, weil das geht erstmal.
And then I flew into the lee side of this small hill, because there was a little bit more sun on the ground, and also in the lee side of the hill the possibility is higher that the air mass is getting warm and then form a thermal.
Ich jetzt einfach mal kurz, habt ihr eine bessere Idee? David, Steffen? Ja, ich will erst mal vor über den Wald, so leicht rechts irgendwie und dann mal schauen.
At this point I stopped the camera because I already recorded about 2 hours, but I can show you on the map here what I did and what was good, what was bad. In my opinion, I made some really stupid mistakes, but there were other gliders, so I thought, yeah, let's just follow them, but it was not the fastest possibility. Here at this thermal you can see the direction of the wind and also the wind speed. We had about 28 kilometers per hour wind speed, which is quite a lot for club class gliders. We still had more than 100 kilometers to fly back home. Somehow the weather conditions changed so quickly and we had again good thermals and also the cloud base. There were some clouds, we could see some clouds, and the cloud base was just amazingly high. It was, I would say, about 3,000 meters of cloud base, which is just crazy. But we were not allowed to fly so high. That was the stupid thing of this. So we need to stay below 1,900 meters. Also, we managed to get to the next waypoint, and then we did something really stupid. We flew here to a thermal, which was the lee side of the flight path, and it was a lot of deviation already to fly with the wind away from the next turn point. And then this thermal was not really a thermal. We had this about the same height at the end than we had here at the turn point. We should have flown directly from this turn point to the next turn point. We could have saved some minutes, let's say 5 minutes, even more. But yeah, you don't know if the thermal is good, if it's bad, and the other pilots have a good idea or not. You need to judge it. And I was already a little bit exhausted of the flight, and I wanted to fly with the others to get back home safely. You can see that we had really a good thermal with more than 2 up to 3 meters per second. That was just a crazy, a nice present for us to be optimistic, to stay high, and to try to get back home, even with about 30 kilometers per hour headwind. And then it was pure joy. It was like flying in a cloud street. Sometimes we had clouds above us, but we were able to fly fast to maintain the altitude, and that's just pure joy to finally have fun. I tried to stay high. It was already late in the day. We expect to be at the airfield at 7 p.m. So that's quite late for the thermals. And there you don't want to fly low because we had a lot of wind. The angle of the sun was flat. The cloud base was really high. So you don't want to be low and don't find the thermal. We all flew together. There were some gaggles and everyone tried to fly and lead. And somehow I managed to get back to the Finnish cylinder. I was so glad to see the airfield, to have enough height to land safely on the airfield.
Golf Sierra downwind 3-5 grass.
Golf Sierra.
Wow, we made it back home. Oh, that was a hard work.
Mike 2, can we come back?
I hope you like this analyzing flight videos. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, click on the bell next to the subscription button so you will get a notification when I will publish my next video. Have a nice week and see you soon. Cheers!